and welcome to the Feel Your Joy Show, here for your enjoyment. I am so honored to be doing my first documentary on my beloved country, Liberia. As you all may know, July 26th marks the Independence Day of the Republic of Liberia. Liberia owes an establishment to the American colonization in 1816, where free slaves from America came to Liberia. So for this documentary, you have to stay tuned because you're going to be hearing some personal stories about the Civil War, views on Liberia, and of course, the history of our country. So stay tuned and enjoy this documentary. Once again, happy July 26th. My first interview is with a Liberian native. We both had a great discussion about his childhood, about his education, about things that he experienced back home. So we got really close and personable, so take a look. So I'm here with Zoeborn Gbana. Zoeborn, my friend, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you for inviting me to your show.
Of course, thank you for participating. So we're here for a documentary, like I said before. So Zoeborn is a community leader with a contagious, and when I say contagious, I mean contagious personality. Look at the man. First of all, let me acknowledge your Liberia hat. So who made this for you, Zoeborn?
I bought this 2 years ago from some Liberian gathering they had in Sacramento.
Nice.
And I still keep it, and I've always been complimented for it.
Yes, and you're rocking it with fashion. I love it. It's beautiful. Even on the side of the hat, it has the Liberian flag. And then if you look, turn your head this way, Zoeborn. We have another flag on there. Beautiful, nice. All right, Zoeborn, so this is going to be a documentary about Liberia. We're celebrating our July 26th Independence Day. So you're going to tell us more about your story and how you came to the United States, the influences that Liberia has put in you, and etc. So let's start with your childhood. So tell us a little bit more about your childhood in Liberia. Like where were you born, where were you raised, school, etc.
Well, I was originally born in Kakata, Magibi County, and I did my primary education at the St. Augustine Episcopal High School in Kakata, and later I went on to the College of West Africa in 10th grade, but I had to step back because my father, being a disciplinarian, felt that I would have been persuaded by my peers in Monrovia, so he demanded that I go to Booker Washington Institute in Calcutta, and which of course I don't regret today because I learned a lot of stuff from BWI. I was an accountant student, and I did my internship at the Liberian Oil Refinery.
Nice.
And then the Civil War took place, and so we had to migrate to the Ivory Coast. And we went to the Ivory Coast. We stayed there for 3 years, where I learned a little bit of French, and I made more friends. And in Abidjan, they called me at the time the ambassador, because we were one of those first Liberians to escape the war, and so we established a base in Makori, like Cote d'Ivoire. And so a lot of Liberians came to Abidjan, and they had to come to my house to receive telephone calls from their relatives in America and get their control numbers to be able to get their money, and they would spend the night and so and go. And from there, I started to gain all this popularity. I mean, I did it not because I wanted them to pay me. I did it because I understood what we were going through, not only as Liberians, but also as humans. And so we had a nice time in Ivory Coast, and then the war in Liberia subsided. So I went back and completed my education, my high school from the College of West Africa, and moved on to the University of Liberia, where I got a bachelor's in accounting. And my father, you know, back in the day, your parents dictate to you what they want you to be, is not what you want to be. And so my father wanted me to become a lawyer, and I completed my bachelor's, and I went on to the law school, Louis Arthur Graham School of Law. And I stayed there for like 2 semesters, but I found out that they were really not ready And secondly, that was not what I really wanted to do.
You said you escaped the war from Liberia to Ivory Coast.
Yes.
So tell us about the war itself. Like, how was your experience doing the war?
Well, my experience during the war was very terrible because you had people coming towards the city that you really did not know.
And who are those people?
Well, they were considered rebels. At the time they were talking, we were hearing about Charles Taylor, Prince Johnson, and those were the two big names.
Right.
And the president at the time was Samuel Doe, who was in the executive mansion. And so in order to get Doe, they had to kill a lot of people, harass a lot of people, intimidate a lot of people. So we had to escape to the farm, and we hid in the boot